Welcome to episode 4 of Copa America previews. We have already previewed Chile, Argentina, and Peru, and today is the nation that will be making their debut at the Copa America, Canada. But Canada have decided to turn into absolute fire festival settings, and really, the disorganization in the federation is hurting the quality on the field. But no doubt, this team have the quality to match up with most teams in the Copa America. But let's see how they will do. Welcome to the preview and prediction of Canada for the Copa America. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, as we are previewing every single nation for the Copa America. And we'll be having a lot of Copa America content during the tournament. But further ado, let's get into the preview of the Canadian national team. Oh, Canada. I'm not singing the national anthem. This is their recent results in the past year. After qualifying for the World Cup for the first time in 36 years, you thought, great, you can build upon this heading into the World Cup that you're going to host in 2026, and it's just turned into horrible settings. Horrible settings. And if I look at these results recently, some of them are in the Gold Cup. Canada didn't field their best team, and then losing Japan 4-1. But that Jamaica game was an utter embarrassment. And there's no disrespect to Jamaica, but Canada have been a fantastic home team recent years. That game, having the lead and bottling it, that sends major red flags. Major red flags. Like it's Kim Kardashian settings. Don't touch it. And this is right now Canada. Yes, they qualified to the Nations League. If Canada lost to Trinidad and Tobago, end the FA. Disband it. There would have been no reason for it to continue. But at least they qualified, and now they will be playing in their first ever Copa America. So that's a great achievement in itself. But these results are not great. Hit and miss. We're doing well against Jamaica away. Then we'll lose to them at home. Gold Cup, I'm not going to really read into it too much. But it's just such a sad thing because the World Cup was such a great achievement. Yes, you can say, Michael, they didn't do so well at the World Cup. It don't matter. The fact that they qualified is a major achievement. And now with these recent results, how are they going to be heading into this Copa America? But first, let's talk about the FA. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. We talk about other FAs around the world. The Canadian FA is up there with one of the biggest bozos in international football. I'm sorry, Canadians. It's just a fact. You had all of the ingredients. You had the ingredients to make a 5-star Michelin dish. Instead, you ordered tacos from Taco Bell. That's what the Canadian FA did. Instead, what they should have done is, all right, John Herdman, you're the guy. Let's build upon this. Let's get some good friendlies. And yes, they have scheduled recently good friendlies against Netherlands and France for the summer for preparation for the Copa America. So at least that's good. But you have to keep John Herdman. There is no excuse not to keep him. Now, you have Mauro Biello, who's an assistant from John Herdman's time. And do I really think he's the guy? No, I don't. He's an interim manager. You have to figure out your managerial position first before going on to the next steps and the next steps. Let's say, Jesse Marsch. If Jesse Marsch was the manager of the Canadian national team, okay, we're talking. Okay, we're cooking. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and it's sad. It's really sad because they built so much progress. Canada, 2012 or 2011 when they lost 8-1 to Honduras. That's like the low point of this federation. And then 10 years on, you made it to the World Cup. You should be like, hey, this is our opportunity to take over Mexico as the second big dog in the CONCACAF. Now, third on quality, but fourth on the field. Panama's doing well. Jamaica, we see what they're doing. It's such a sad situation. I'm pretty sure if you're a Canadian fan of the national team, I would be pissed off so much at this FA. And heading into a World Cup that you're going to host, you would hope everything in the FA is organized. Instead, it's a complete and utter car crash. Hopefully, they do well at this Copa America and they could realize, hey, you know what? Let's hire a proper manager and go into a new direction. Let's do that. But instead, it's not going to happen. But one thing they got going for them is ballers. They got ballers. There's no doubt about it. Canada have arguably the best not arguably, the best player in all of CONCACAF, and that is Alphonso Davies. The issue for Alphonso Davies is we all know he's quality, man. He's such a quality footballer. I don't know if it's just the injuries or, he had such a great start with Bayern Munich. That 2020 season, 19 to 20 season, he was unstoppable. You could say that season he was the best left back in the world. Since then, I think of injuries, maybe not really focusing on football at times, his career hasn't really taken to the next steps that you would maybe hope it would compared to what his quality is. But we know his role with the Canadian national team. He's not really a left back. He's kind of doing what he did at the Vancouver Whitecaps, and he's a left winger slash, left wing back, and he's got to come up with the crucial goals for them. Alphonso Davies did score the first ever goal for Canada at a World Cup. So he is a history man right there. But he's going to have to be Superman at this Copa America if they want to do anything about it. But I like Alphonso Davies. We see the guy, yes, everybody can just say, oh, pace. Dribbling is good, finishing, aerial ability. He's got all the traits to be a world-class footballer, and hopefully maybe he gets a move in the summer, and now with this Copa America he can really show his talents to not only CONCACAF but to CONMEBOL and really test himself against the best players in the world. But Alphonso Davies is quality, and this summer he has to come up clutch for Canada. There is no excuses, absolutely no excuses. And his partner, Jonathan David. Jonathan David is the best striker in CONCACAF. He is better than Santiago Jimenez. He is better than Ricardo Pepi. Jonathan David is clearly the best striker. Has his national team career been the greatest? Yeah, it's had some ups and downs. But no doubt, he is quality. If you see what he's doing for Leo, he is quality. And I hope at this Copa America, he can show that quality, with him, Davis, Kyle Larin, Tajon Buchanan. That's a formidable front four. When it comes to Canada, it's not about the attack. But we'll get to the tactics soon. But for Jonathan David, now let's see what you're really about. If you want a big summer move, this Copa America, teams going to be watching, teams are going to get the glasses, and they're going to be looking and saying, hey, are you really that striker? You're going up against Argentina, you're going up against Chile, you could possibly be going up against a team in the quarterfinals, hey, even maybe a semifinals. Let's see how Jonathan David performs against the elite competition in South American, Central America, and North American football. But he is quality. I really like him. Very good around the box. Good link-up play. Yes, sometimes his finishing is a bit off, but there is a player there. And I'm sure at this Copa America, just like Alphonso Davies, they got something to prove. Yeah, we can talk about all the manager, tactics is not going to really help this team. Sometimes in international football, it's not about tactics. It's about getting it done. And that's what Jonathan David has to do. He has to get the job done. So let's look at tactics and formations. This was Canada's two lineups. One was against Jamaica and the other one was against Trinidad and Tobago. What I think they should be doing is the bottom one. I think that allows the best for Tajon Buchanan, Alphonso Davies. Then obviously you got Kone and Eustáquio. I really like Kone. The guy from Watford, quality midfielder. Jonathan David then playing as a 10 role, sort of. I don't think I really want to see him there. But this team have the ingredients to score goals. The biggest problem for them is they cannot keep a clean sheet. And thank God they moved on from Borjan. Borjan with his wonderful sweatpants, great look. Yeah, buddy, you're not that guy anymore. You weren't. So they went with a new direction, with a new goalkeeper, Crepier. I haven't seen much of him, so I can't say, is he really good? But what I've seen recently from Borjan, it's an improvement. But the guy's a legend of Canadian football, no doubt about it. But it was time to move on. So clearly, Biello saw, we need to get some new faces in here. Let's freshen it up. Let's use an air freshener. Let's get the car smelling good. That's what he had to do with this team. But that defense is going to concede goals. It's going to concede goals. None of those defenders scream, yep, we're going to keep a clean sheet. Johnston, he's good, but he's really a fullback. But where I like this team is the two wing backs. If it is Tajon Buchanan and Alphonso Davies, and then you got Kone, you got Eustáquio, Jonathan David, Collar. When I say these names, you say Canada should be making it out of the group. But that's not the case, because the structure within the team and tactically is all over the place in my opinion. So they have to find a proper system and proper tactics, because yeah, if you're struggling to beat Trinidad and Tobago, yeah, you had all the possession and all the shots and you got 2 goals. What are you going to do against Argentina? What are you going to do against Chile? And hey, Peru might be struggling right now. They're going to give you a game. It's a different competition than going up against El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica, who are teams that, are a little bit fading away with quality. South American football is totally different. And Canada could be getting a reality check on that. But if you look at this team on paper, they got quality, but it's about now putting the pieces together. Because when I show you this is Canada's tactical lineup against Jamaica. They cannot be open like that. If Alphonso Davies and Tajon Buchanan are pushing up the wings like that, they're going to leave so much space in behind that defense, as we have seen, don't have the quality to keep a clean sheet. So basically what Canada have to do is outscore every opponent. That's what they're going to have to do. Yes, they have the quality to do it, but can they do it for 3 games in a competition against South American opponents? It's going to be tough. And you can see Jonathan David. He's sort of a guy who wants to link up play and play as that sort of false 9 guy. I want Jonathan David in and around the box. Then Alphonso Davies, Tajon Buchanan, you guys are making runs in behind. Because we know you got the pace and you have the quality to beat guys one-on-one. That's where Canada can really succeed in this tournament. Going down the wings and getting their fullbacks or wingers, as in Tajon Buchanan, Alphonso Davies, in isolation. One-on-one, beat the defender. Beat them. Let's see how they will respond. It's going to come down to the defense. Can they keep a low-scoring game? What do you say, Canadians? Are you confident in your defense, or are you a bit worried that it ain't looking good? So let's get to predictions for Canada for this Copa America. It's their first one. Do I have high expectations for them? No. They do have quality. But this team recently just don't seem to be gelling. Like that World Cup qualifiers, watching Canada, I was like, organized team, even away from home. They're not going to get beat. They make life difficult, but they got the quality to score goals. Now, it's not organized. And it's a sad thing. Because if Canada had the form that they had in the World Cup qualifiers, Canada would be making out of this group. They would be. Yes, Chile are improving and Peru fading away a little bit. Argentina are clear favorites for this group, in my opinion. It's just such a missed opportunity for Canada. So my prediction is, I think it's the ceiling, the maximum ceiling is quarterfinal. Realistically, I think it's group stage exit. I think them and Chile are fighting it out for who finishes second in this group, and we'll see. Can Canada do it? Of course they can. No doubt about it. Canada can definitely do it because they have the individual quality to bail them out. But they're not functioning as a team right now, and that is a sad reality. But hey, I hope they can prove everybody wrong, and everybody who's saying, yeah, this generation is done. Oh my God, this federation is useless. Yada, yada, yada. They're not going to do anything in the World Cup when they host it. Canada can shut up people by performing at this Copa America and bringing confidence back into the fan base and bringing some positive light heading into the World Cup that they will host. There we have it, people. The preview and prediction of Canada for this Copa America. I really hope this team can perform. Based on what I've seen on the field, it's not looking good, bruv. But hey, I'm always up for a surprise, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. How far do you think Canada will go at this Copa America? What's the strong suit of this team, and what's the weakness of this team? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, as we are previewing every single nation for the Copa America. Now, we move on to Group B, and the first nation is Ecuador. But have a beautiful day, stay safe in this crazy world. Until next time, adios.
Explain something.